Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Make It Make Sense. I'm your host, Bottles and Beers, and today we're going to talk about a few more fragrances that I'm looking forward to wearing in the year 2024. Some of these is some that I've had in my collection for a while, but probably didn't get a lot of wearings out of them. So, with that being said, keep it locked. Make it make sense. Pow. All right, welcome back, guys. First up, we're going to start from the House of Guerlain. We have L'Homme Ideal Extreme. All right, right off the jump with this one, if you are familiar with the Ideal line, all of them are very classy style, gentleman style fragrance, I should say. This one is quite sweet, but not too sweet, not overly sweet, but it is more leathery. It has a leathery feel than the other ones. Kind of spicy, has a very prominent vanilla and leather mixture with this one. Whereas very, very smooth. Good for all seasons, I would say. In the high heat, probably want to be mindful of that before spraying too much because it might get a little cloying to you. But for me, I would say it works in all kinds of weather. I definitely look forward to wearing more of this one. For the most part, I've been wearing the EDP version that has more of a cherry vibe to it. But this one, you get the almonds, you get the leather, like I stated earlier, vanilla, smooth, whereas very comfortable. So again, from the House of Guerlain, you have L'Homme Ideal Extreme. All right, next up, from the House of Tiziana Terenzi, we have Ladano Nero. Now this one is a quite dark, ashy, smoky scent. I made a post in the group that it gives me Addams Family vibes. Now, I wouldn't say that in a bad sense. It's just the darkness, the mysteriousness of this one. What you get with this one is a woody, amber, smoky type vibe. It is sweet in the background. Well, a touch of sweetness. It's more ashy and smoky than anything. Quite spicy. But yeah, it does have a fresh feel to it. It tends to build its own cloud around you. I hear back in the day that it was a lot more potent than this one, which to me might be a good thing that they did dial it back some because this is powerful enough. I wouldn't want to, clear out a room when I walk in or anything like that. But this one, it has a tobacco note in this one I guess that'll bring out the ashiness that I'm speaking of. It's a very aromatic scent. The longevity is great. It lasts all day, a good 8 hours at least minimum. Watch your sprays on it because, like I said once before, it is quite strong. But it's a very pleasant scent. It's definitely mysterious. It'll leave a lot of people wondering exactly what it is you're wearing. I wouldn't say that it's a compliment magnet or anything like that. It's not for everybody. This is for somebody that kind of wants to stand out and try things different. Again, from the House of Tiziana Terenzi, you have Ladano Nero. All right, moving on, we're going back to another designer style, a designer fragrance, should I say, from the House of Versace. You have Versace Pour Homme Oud Noir. Oud Noir. So this one here is a warm, spicy fragrance. Very, very similar to Tom Ford's. It's Tom Ford's Oud Wood. When I tell you it's It reminds you of it. It's actually almost a replica. I don't want to call it a clone or a dupe or anything like that, but it's definitely inspired by that. It's their version of it, which a lot of people say actually the longevity on this one is supposedly better than the newer batches of the Tom Ford. In any case, this is a warm, spicy, oud, fresh, woody fragrance. There is a leather accord in here. The oud is, again, it's a designer fragrance, so it's not a harsh oud. It's not an unwearable style of oud. It's actually quite, it's quite nice, but different. It's different in the sense of most Versace style fragrances is more playful, more for a younger audience. This one, I would say, definitely probably for people 25 and up. You can wear it in any occasion. I do love this style of fragrance. The reason I haven't worn it as much as I would have liked is because of the similarities to Tom Ford. And I just, me personally, I prefer that one over this one, but it's a very good one, guys. You have some patchouli in here also. It's very well rounded. It's a slight brashness to it. I'm gonna say brashness because of the oud. It has a, I don't think they have tobacco in the notes, but it does give you a tobacco feel. Maybe it's the synthetic oud. There's a little citrus deep in the back of it. If you're really looking for it, you can get some citrus type of smells out of this, but it's real wearable. I would say for the colder weather, I would not advise people to wear this in the high heat. But again, I think you guys will like it. Want to check it out? From the House of Versace, you have Oud Noir. All right, coming up next, we have from the House of Nichane, you have B612. So this is the smaller bottle, the 50 milliliters, which is more than enough. This style of fragrance right here is very, I appreciate this a whole lot for the simple fact it has a different style of sweetness to it. It's not a candy type sweet. It's not a syrupy sweet. It's very different for lack of a better term. This one is very aromatic. It has cashmerian in it, which the cashmerian it's an overload of it actually, but it gives it a smoothness. It's a woody style, but the creaminess in this one is like none other. It does have a lavender accord, which gives it a fougere type of style. By that I mean like a barbershop style fragrance, but a more modern take on fougere. It's very warm, cozy, spicy. Do get a bit of musk in this one. Man, when I tell you, I wore this a couple of weeks ago, and it had been a minute since I had wore this one, and I forgot how much I liked it. And in fact, I believe maybe it macerated over time because the richness of it, it became, you get more depth out of it now. I mean, a very great scent, one that I definitely plan on wearing more of in this coming year, from the House of Nichane. Again, check it out. Thank me later. B612. All right. Now, I really didn't plan to do this, but we're going to call an audible right here, because I do have to bring this one up just because of the subject that we're speaking on something that I want to get more wearings out of. This one from the House of Armand Jane, we have Armand Man. Close up right there. I love this, these styles of bottles that Armand Jane has. With this one, I mean, you get what you see when you even look at this bottle. It gives you that sense of elegance that carries in this fragrance. This one is a very, very woody, aromatic bomb. Warm, fresh, powdery, not too powdery at all. Don't get it's Armand Man, so um, you can wear what you want. So I guess you could say unisex, but I wouldn't say that this is unisex. I say this is for men. Very masculine scent. It's a piney green style of fragrance, but not green in the sense of like vegetation, but more just the pininess in it. It lingers for a very long time. The longevity, the projection is perfect. It don't scream loud in the room at all. It's a perfect work environment style of fragrance. You know, if you work in a business setting, a cubicle, or anything of that sort. But in all honesty, the versatility in this one is off the charts. Almost a perfect 10, in all honesty. And I think I like this a lot more for the simple fact, again, there's the sweetness. There's no sweetness in this one at all. It's a very masculine scent. The powderiness is leveled. It's very mild. It's not overbearing. It's not like a Dior Homme or what's the other one? The Valentino Uomo. It's nothing like that. It's just the right amount of powderiness to calm down on that the pininess that you get from this one. Again, warm, spicy, fresh, and it has a smoothness to it, but it's very crisp scent. Man, I can't get enough of this one. Definitely going to be in rotation in 2024, so I had to do this audible and just include this one in the list. Again, from the house of Armand Jane. Yeah, Armand Man. All right, coming up last but not least, this one, I had to leave this one in the box because I had to show you guys this presentation. From the house of Fragrance Du Bois, you have Oud Orange Intense. This is the box. It comes like this. But you gotta check out this presentation. Anybody that's familiar with the house of Fragrance Du Bois know that they put a lot of emphasis on the presentation and the quality in their fragrances. The quality is second to none by far, but this is the box that come in. Pull this flap down, this right here, lift up right here, and that's the presentation. Check that out, guys. Again, it don't get no better than Fragrance Du Bois' presentation. Comes with a card of authenticity. Basically just stating as far as how they do get their own, they source their own oud. So you're getting 100% real oud in this one. It's quite pricey. I want to say this retail for $450 in the US, but well worth the price, which is subjective. I don't know what everyone's pockets look like, but it's well worth it to me. So with that being said, here's the bottle. Nice orange color juice in there. And again, I know I said this earlier, but I'm gonna say it again. You get exactly what you see. Pure luxury. From the house of Fragrance Du Bois, Oud Orange. Man, I can't say enough about this one. Now, the reason I want to give this more warrants is because I got it yesterday. It showed up in the mail, and I did want to spray it on right then and there, but I figured I'll wait. There's a time and place for everything, and yesterday was not the time or the place. But so with this one, let's get right to it. This one, you get a vanilla fruity accord. Now the name states Oud Orange. It do have an orange feel in the background, but to be honest with you, I get more of a coconut vibe with this. A very juicy, creamy coconut. I mean, it's very prominent. I can't speak on the longevity or anything because I haven't wore this one at all yet. I sprayed it on a tester strip. Add a atomizer right quick. Let's give it a spray. Man, look, I can't say enough about the quality of this. You get this slight powdery, musky undertone. The creaminess, lactonic type of scent. Lots of vanilla, but it wears great. It lingers. It fruity, citrusy, slight powdery. Luxury at its finest. I mean, from top to bottom, this one, just rating it off of the few sprays that I did do. I sprayed it on my hand when I received it yesterday. It lasted for a nice amount of time. I didn't really time it at all. It was later on in the day when it showed up. Then I went to bed. But with that being said, you could tell right away that you get a lot of elegance with this one. It's going to definitely stand out. I have nothing in my collection that matches this style of quality. Oh man, yeah. I'm not going to say it's the best in my collection because for one, I haven't worn it yet, and it's different styles of fragrances out there. But as far as luxury, as far as bang for your buck, again, this is quite pricey, but as soon as you get your nose on this one, you understand that price point more and more. A lot of times you can buy something that's quite expensive, then you get it and it's just mwah, and you're more so paying for the name. That's not the case with this. Not the case with no Fragrance Du Bois that I have ever put my nose on, and no exception right here. The vanilla in this, like I say, you get this. It's a very creamy, well-rounded fragrance. It speaks for itself. Again, what you see is exactly what you get. Try to envision how you think this smell, and I'm pretty sure you will be close to getting exactly what you can imagine just off the visual look of this one. Again, from the house of Fragrance Du Bois, got Orange Oud. I'm sorry, Oud Orange. Man, you gotta get your nose on this one. All right, that's gonna wrap things up. I'm glad you all joined. Again, hit that like, subscribe button. That'll help grow the channel. And I really appreciate you all. And I'll see you on the flip side. All right, pow.